Hi and welcome to the Crochet Circle. My name is Alex and in today's video I want to show you how to make this beautiful sunburst granny square. I found this free pattern on Crochet 365 Knit 2. I will put the link to the original pattern in the description and it will also be on my webpage. You can definitely go and check it out. I also made a diagram of all the stitches we will be using. It is gonna be a bit more challenging perhaps because until now I think I have only been using single crochets, double crochets, triple crochets and decreases, increases, but in this tutorial we're gonna have some puff stitches and some bubble stitches. I think we can get started. As you can see here, I have some beautiful colorful yarn because I want to make each row in its own color. I'm gonna start with this really light pink, go to pink, dark pink, and then a purplish one. I'm gonna also show you how to change colors invisibly so you cannot see where the row actually starts or ends. Now the pattern does call for the start of the row to be with a chain 5, but I do prefer making a magic ring, so I'm gonna do all the things the same as in the original pattern, except I'm gonna start with a magic ring. So the first row is I'm gonna chain 3. This counts as the first double crochet, and now I'm gonna make 15 double crochets in the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just gonna adjust the magic ring a bit. So now we have 7 double crochets, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now I want to change the color, so I'm gonna cut the yarn. Yes, and this time I am prepared. I have my needle and I have my scissors with me. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna pull the yarn through and get my needle threaded. So because I want to make an invisible join, I know I need to have 16 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna go in the 15th one from the end, in. Oh, I didn't make a good job with the yarn over the needle. Let me just restart that. Okay. So again, in the 15th one, in, and now as you can see, I'm gonna make a loop here. So I need to go inside the last double crochet. Tighten it to just the right size. And now I can sew in the tail. Almost invisible, right? I'm gonna sew in the tail a bit more because I'm gonna do it step by step. I don't want to go back then to the beginning to cut all the loose ends. Okay, so that's one done. I can cut this one. And for the starting yarn, I can just pull and my magic ring tightens up. Cut it. And now we have the first row done. I'm just gonna move this a bit on the side so you can see much better. So the first row is done. Now for the second row, I'm gonna change colors. Now in the second row, we're gonna be using puff stitches. If you haven't heard of the puff stitch, don't worry about it. I'm gonna make it really slow and easy for you to follow along. So we will begin with chain 2 and then make the puff stitch. I'm just gonna go into one stitch and I'm gonna make chain 2. 1, 2. Now the puff stitch is yarn around the hook in the stitch and just pull it through. Yarn around the hook in the stitch and pull it through. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threads on my hook. I need one more. Now pull it through all the loops and chain 1 to close it off. Now we repeat the process. Yarn around the hook in the next chain and then pull it through. Yarn around the hook and pull it through. Yarn around the hook. Again, I have 7 around my hook. Pull it through and chain 1 to secure it. Now let's make the rest of the 14 puff stitches. That's 1, 2, 3 and pull it through all of them and chain 1. Again, yarn around 1, yarn around twice, yarn around 3 times, pull it through all of the loops and chain 1 to secure it. Again, yarn around, that's 1, 2, 3 through all the loops and chain 1. Again, yarn around, 1, 2, 3. What you have to remember is, once you pulled everything through, you have to have 7 loops on your crochet hook and chain 1. Again, yarn around the hook, 1, 2, 3 through all the 7 loops and chain 1. 1, 2, 3 through all of them and chain 1. 1, 2, 3 through all 7 of the loops and chain 1. 1, 2, 3 through all the 7 chains and chain 1. 1, 2, 3 through all the 7 and chain 1. 1, 2, 3 through all the 7 and chain 1. 1, 2, 3 through all the 7 and chain 1. Now we have 3 more left. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Now this is the last one. 1, 2, 3 through all of them and chain 1. Again, I want to attach it to this one here, so I'm gonna cut the yarn, pull it through, get my sewing needle, and this one has to come over the starting one, so in here, back into the same one, and now just pull it so you will have the same stitch size on both sides. Now I have to work in the tail because I don't want to leave it for the end. It's getting its shape, right? One more and then I'm gonna cut it. Now the end tail is secured. Now all I have to do is do the same with the starting tail. And row 2 is done. Now with the third row, I'm gonna switch colors again. As you can see, I'm gonna find the spot between 2 of the stitches and I'm gonna do a chain 1, a chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna do 3 more double crochets but without finishing them out. So it's gonna be yarn over in the loop and just pull it through the first 2, and I'm gonna repeat that, yarn over in the loop and just through the first 2, again yarn over through the loop and just through the first 2. When I have all 4 done, pull the yarn through all 4 of them and chain 2. 1, 2. Now again another stitch, so it's gonna be yarn over in between 2 puff stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 unfinished double crochets and I have 5 loops on my hook, and once you have that, you just go through all of them and chain 2. 1, 2. Now we have 14 more to go, so yarn over, just halfway there, 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 and once I have 5 stitches on my hook, I pull through all of them and chain 2. Again, I prepare as I would do a double crochet, but I don't go through the whole double crochet, just half of it. Again, yarn over, just the half of it, yarn over, just the half of it, yarn over, just the half of it. So I have 4, 5 now on my hook, and I can pull them together and chain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull it through and chain 2. Again, in between these 2 stitches, I'm really not lucky with all the surround noises around me, because it just started to rain here, and I do hope you won't hear the raindrops clashing on the window. So one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, halfway there. Okay. I don't know why, but I do like to check on my work, especially when it's something that you really have to follow a pattern, and see if they are nicely placed. Now the last 3 ones. Don't forget that this bubble stitch is just 4 unfinished double crochets. When you then finish them all together, you get a bubble. Hey sweetie. Yes, the dog is still around and he's trying to jump on something. And he made it. It's on the sofa that he's trying to jump on. Now the last chain 2. I am losing a bit of light. I hope you will be able to, I hope I will be actually able to finish normally, because the sky has gone really gray and I guess I shouldn't rely on natural light all the time. Now I have to join the round together. Pull it just a bit tighter and now work the tail in. Perhaps this will help if I remove it. Now the starting tail, again, just working it in. And that's it. Now we have 3 rows done. And we're up to the final 4th row. Now the final 4th row will be making it into a square. So we're gonna be doing in the middle, let's say, half double crochet, triple crochet, then some chains, again triple crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, triple crochets, some chains again, so you will get the corners out. I'm just gonna be getting my 3rd yarn now, actually sorry, 4th, and let's begin with the last row. You begin with any of those chain 2 spaces between the bubble stitches and you do a chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and you do another 2 double crochets. So that's 1, 2. Now in the next space you do 3 triple crochets. So that's the first one done. Yarn twice around the hook. The second one and the third one. Chain 2 and another 3 triple crochets. 1, 2, 3, and our corner is done. They always say that there's a rain, there comes the sun after the rain, and the sun is almost out again, and I have a good light now for you to see. So this was the triple. Now we're gonna be back to 3 double crochets in the next space. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now 3 half double crochets in the next one. 1, 2, 3. Now 3 double crochets in the next one. 1, 2, 3. And now we hit the corner again. So we're gonna repeat for the corner. There is 3 triple crochets, chain 2 and 3 triple crochets. That's the first one. The second one. The third one. Chain 2 and another 3 triple crochets. 1, 2, 3. Another corner is down. So again we're gonna repeat 3 double crochets, half double crochet and 3, I'm looking in the wrong way. So now we're gonna repeat here another 3 double crochets, 3 half double crochets and another 3 double crochets. One, 2, 3. Now half double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now another 3 double crochets, so that's 1, 2, 3. Now we're back at the corner, so it's gonna be 3 triple crochets, chain 2 and 3 triple crochets. One, 2, 3, chain 2, another 3 triple crochets in the same space, and the corner is down. So now 3 double crochets in the next space, three half double crochets in the next space, three double crochets in the next space, again we are here at the corner, so we're gonna do 3 triple crochets, chain 2 and another 3 triple crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and another 3. 1, 2, 3. Now 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and the last 3 half double crochets. Okay, now we have to attach this last stitch to the second one of the start. So I'm gonna cut the yarn, pull the yarn through, get my needle, and don't forget, because we are actually making another stitch here like this, we have to skip the first one and work in the second one. So we skip the chain 3 and put the yarn in from the left side through the right side on the first double crochet that we made. Now I always turn the work around and stitch it in. I try to make the right size of it. It's not too big or too small. And that's it. So now I just have to work the yarn in and close it off. And the last one. Now I can cut the end tail. Now just the beginning. Again, I'm just gonna sew it in. How many loops of the sewing in do you do? When do you know that it's the right amount? That is actually the question I got asked a lot, and to be honest, it all depends on the art of the work that I'm doing. For example, with cotton, I do have to stitch in a bit more as if I would be using wool, because wool can be entangled much easier because of the surface. It's much rougher and the fibers do get together, they stick together much easier than the cotton. If you have a formula on how many times you do it, you can definitely leave it in the comment box below. Every information is definitely welcome. And before I reveal it, here is our Sunburst Granny Square. Now you do have to block it if you want to make a blanket out of it, so that all the squares are going to be the same size. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see more of me, don't forget to like and leave that comment, or just hit the notification bell to get notifications when I will be posting something new on. Now for the next project, if you're wondering what I'm gonna do, I made 13 of these squares because I was just checking out different variations of the color combinations, and for the next project I'm gonna need 13 granny squares that I'm gonna use to make it's gonna be a bag. Hope to see you soon. Enjoy the day and happy crafting. Bye bye.